Well, as much as I really want to go to sleep, looks like I'm gonna do this for 30 minutes, maybe an hour. I don't fucking know. See how it goes. Pull up some things I'm gonna need as I level up my guys. We're gonna be continuing with my Dogmatic campaign. That's not the thing I need. That's one of them. This is the other one. We're trying to build out an officer. Kind of trying to follow their instructions on what to do for building an officer. All right. So let's take a look at the journal, see what we need to be doing right now. Visit all these different places. Talk to her. I've got to find new people. One thing I do not like about discover the whereabouts of Ethelred out the air. I have him. He's dead. Okay. But one thing I don't necessarily like uh, playing the games multiple times is going through the prologue, because I've done this before. I have. I've played this game. Played it on a different system, admittedly, but it's the exact same game.
Rogue trader.
I have a personal
I
request.
indeed have a request, Rogue trader.
Yeah, we'll be doing first speech. Okay. See how I can do this with Dogmatic. I did this with Iconoclast because I was trying to be a nice person, but we're not really trying to be nice anymore. Don't worry, these children will die too. Argentina doesn't have to like me. I am the rogue trader. I am the captain now.
Greetings. Gladly, there are none more faithful to the God Emperor than my sisters. We fight against his enemies by the will of the Holy Ecclesiarchy. We... I beg your pardon, Titan, but
Oh god.
here I am
Gotta listen
talking
to all
about what
this shit
every
all
lesser
over
noble
again.
in the Imperium knows. So what exactly are you interested in hearing about? It is. The Sisters of Battle are a fire lit by the God Emperor. They are the echo of his voice that travels through the dark expanses of the universe. We bring his wrath to heretics, mutants, and other enemies of humanity. We protect the faithful from the unholy and unhallowed. Sometimes with words, more often than not with a bolter. Once I had completed my novitiate, I was sent to the Calixian branch of the Order of Our Martyred Lady, assigned to the Order's Pronatus. The Order's mission is vital and noble. The Sisters Pronatus protect great relics of the Imperium. And we seek out the relics that have been lost. Neither a coven of heretics nor the most wicked death world can deter Sisters Pronatus when their goal is to return a piece of the great legacy of the Imperium into the hands of the faithful. Don't let the name deceive you. The Order's militant trains Sisters to march onto the battlefield as an army. That does not make Sisters who belong to the non-militant orders timid and helpless.
Okay, good to know.
Both the solace-bringing Sisters Hospitaller and the enlightened Sisters Dialogus know how to greet enemies of humanity. Their dialogue with heretics is usually quite short, with the last word being a bolter discharge.
Yeah, good for them. I love being left on red. It's like my favorite fucking thing on earth.
And my order has all the
Especially.
more reason to be known for the martial prowess of its sisters. We are the keepers. The order sent me to Footfall. My undertaking was to assist the ancient priesthood of Drusians in caring for a sacred reliquary that had been there since the time of Parson Mr. Wayne, the station's founder. None that I'm aware of, but the Sisterhood's orders are many, and can operate independently of one another, sending their sisters wherever their presence is
Yeah,
needed
getting
as
left
deemed
on
by the
red.
Ecclesiarchy.
And then just
Perhaps somewhere in the Lord Inquisitor's retinue, may his path be
people
blessed, my
say that they
sisters
care.
perform
They
their
don't
duty as we
fucking
speak.
care.
I wish it were so. Even as...
Yeah, I have no more questions.
Should
Fuck it.
any more
Tell me about yourself.
about me?
Yeah,
I am the Emperor's daughter and his servant. What else is there to
I don't
tell?
know. How'd you end up on a ship?
I first came here when I found myself in need of passage from Footfall to a remote planet. But I imagine what interests you is not... I made a mistake. In a
Yeah.
moment of laxity, I was ambushed by the accursed followers of the archenemy. I was badly wounded. Lady Theodora came to my aid and brought me aboard her ship, where her crew attended to me in my weakened state. It all happened not too long ago. Sadly, they did not. Lady Theodora was in a hurry and chose not to stay on the planet. Her people took me to a ship while I was unconscious, and when I came to my senses, we were already flying away. On one of the recently discovered planets in the expanse. No one suspected that it had already been tainted by the filth of heresy. Had I known it beforehand, of course I would have been on my guard.
No, people just fucking don't respond to you. Just don't do whatever. Yeah. Whatever. Just don't fucking care.
The path to that planet was lost. All the knowledge is gone, along with the previous navigator. It would take immense effort and resources to rediscover the route. The heir to the Von Valan... I hadn't been here that long. Just one journey from Footfall, and the other journey, the majority of which I spent in the confines of the Medbay. I can't tell you much about the first voyage. I was more focused... During the last journey, Seneschal Viserion stood out for me. He came by several times to ask about my health. He's an honorable man and a loyal servant of the...
Okay, good to know.
But not all of Theodora's people have earned my trust. You know who I'm talking about. There is no place for Adira Tlas among the God Emperor's faithful. I'm surprised she wasn't in league with the pirates. And I'm equally surprised by how deep heresy and treason run in this place. I'm glad we all made it through that dark hour. As you wish. This ship was targeted by heretical pirates, which means that my presence here and the assistance I provide to you...
Okay.
So they shall.
This is the person I kind of need to talk to. I don't really care about many of the other officers. Some of these motherfuckers. I don't have a lot of people in the retinue right now. It makes life easy to do this.
What are you talking about, Lord Captain? Look, Lady Theodora couldn't care less if some eggheads measured my brains or not. Lyra, an outlying world in the Heathen Stars region. It's an out-of-the-way planetoid between two faint stars. On Lyra, a dozen local but here on the ship is a different story. It wasn't like it was a very fun trip, Lord Captain. But look, if you want to be entertained, I'm the woman for the job. I'll entertain you with one of the stories from my collection, no problem. But if you want to hear about the time I melted everyone in the bay next door, well, oh, I embroidered wall hangings in honor of our national heroes. There's no such thing as a peaceful life on Lyra. Theodora von Valances paid a visit to the ruler I was serving at the time. I don't know what the visit was for, and it's no business of mine anyway. As I gawped at her, all of a sudden I heard a whisper. A hint, a suggestion, nothing more. But I know the difference between idle chatter and a real threat. I seized my chance and approached Theodora. I managed to whisper a couple of words in her ear before the wardens dragged me away. They beat me and locked me up. No wonder. It wasn't my place to converse with outsiders. And then Theodora's people came for me. They broke down the wall, butchered the guards. Also, I could tell them my warning in full. So I said the rest... a few times. Not many. And if I think about it, why would I... Of course, Lord Captain. All right. Sit not on firm ground, but in a golden hall suspended in the... Among the blind men and false prophets, a red-robed sage seeks the answer to a quest. A chained hound chases after glimmers of the glow of dawn bursts forth from its
All
prison.
this stuff.
I'm sorry, Lord Captain. The voices are going wild. I can't make out a thing. I'll try to rein them. The little sister is afflicted with her own set of voices. Ones that whisper to her about corruption and... You bet I do. Okay, so we went to Footfall once. Well, I mean, Lord Captain Theodora went to Footfall a lot. But on that occasion, she took me with her for some reason. My day had gotten off to a bad start. My head had been yammering since I woke up, but there was nothing else for it. I had to go. We arrive at the place, and what a place! All the gent... So they sat down and the cards were dealt. I'm hovering around like I'm not involved, but I'm keeping my eye on things. And everything in my head keeps getting louder and louder. Anyway, it's a good thing I realized in time that my mind wasn't going haywire over a losing hand, but something else. I made some excuse to drag the Lord Captain up from the table and took her away from that place. And a few minutes later, the room where we'd been... It turned out some wise guy had the same bright idea to bring a pet
Oh my
psyker along
god.
with him. One of those ones who just got... None of the officers knew the Lord Captain well. Not... It's... Of course.
Alright. Trying to get all the freaking companion quests up and running. It's gonna suck, because to be truly dogmatic, you have to kill off some of the companions, namely the Eldar. And that character is just such a brutal sniper.
Lord Captain. A noble aspiration, Lord Captain. This is a topic for an official briefing, not a casual conversation. But I will try to answer succinctly. And if you permit, in my own words. The Coronis Expanse. Until recently, the Coronis Expanse could hardly have been called a region of the Imperium. The situation has changed with the arrival of the Lord Inquisitor, but not by much. This place operates under its own rules. In the first instance, you should treat official representatives of the Imperium with respect. The Expanse may be on the fringes, but it still numbers among the territories of the Golden Throne. The arrival of the Lord Inquisitor... Rogue traders such as yourself are also servants of the Imperium. They have been accorded special rights, if we are to speak of unclaimed territory, which is what Footfall is. Among the scum that dwells on that handful of asteroids, there are 3 factions that wield considerable influence in the sector. The first is the Kazbalaka Mission, organized crime in its most primitive form. It holds sway over the Liege of Footfall. You know, Lord Captain, I am no admirer of fine art. But when we next find ourselves in a civilized port, with time to spare, I will promptly find an artist and commission a portrait of... We both served Lord Captain Theodora for many years, and we never saw eye to eye. He was brash. He was never afraid of assuming responsibility, and he willingly took on difficult tasks. I am loath to admit it, but the von Valancius Protectorate continued. If you are taking comfort in the thought that we will hear no more of Conrad, prepare to be disappointed. As you wish, Lord Captain. As you wish, Lord Captain. I used to be an officer in the
Yep,
Navis
he was
Imperium.
an officer.
I met Lord Captain Theodora on a mission where... it was a difficult choice for me. You could say there was no one among the naval command who was willing to impede the wishes of the rogue trade. The Navis Imperialis is an ancient institution with its own mandates and muster lists. On occasion, in the heat of an official briefing, or an informal discussion, I violated those rules, determined to press my point. It is challenging to choose the words to accurately express my opinion on a situation or the action. I am a widower. I am a father of 4, and if my information is not outdated, a grandfather of 11. My family lives on Dargonus. None of my children express any eagerness or aptitude for serving aboard. Of course. Lord Captain.
Okay, so that takes care of all that. I can't remember. I think I kind of need to go to my quarters, look at some shit. Let's see, remember there was stuff down here the last time I did this. I don't know what the hell this really is. I saw it before. It serves no real purpose. Okay, that's useless as well. Goods. She already intended. I never caught that before. She intended to get rid of him anyway. Like 20 minutes or so. Maybe getting off here in a minute, just because I just don't even fucking know. I don't know what I'm even doing anymore. I'm about to give up on all this bullshit. Not the game, just other things going on in my life. I think it's probably about fucking time I do. Yeah, I know how the fucking star systems work. Alright, so you try to approach this, it won't let me. I didn't want to dock. Oh my god. Okay, well, it looks like we're doing this first. We'll just save when we're done, because I'm getting off the game anyway.
Pathetic worm. You dare to argue with your master?
It was not you whom I swore to serve within these walls. My lips are sealed.
Confess. What was the old man's last command? What are you planning?
Give up, Peter. You have lost this battle. Again.
We're getting nowhere with these ones, sir. Permission to execute them.
Oh my god. Come on, hurry up. Alright, killed them. Good job. Cutscene over. Alright, so now we got that set up. Dealing with the traders. We'll save this now. I'll play it again later. Main menu. No, cancel. I want to exit desktop.